The Hamilton Ticats lose 23-20 Friday night to the Calgary Stampeders on a last-second field goal. I'm here with the Spec Steve Milton. We're trying to hide from the wind, which was a huge factor in this game today.
Very huge. It really was the story of the game, and I think because of that, you can't really get a fair gauge on how the rookie quarterback Jeff Matthews did. I mean, I think he was okay, and I think that was the big story, at least for me, out of the game, at least the way I watched the game, and I think you too. How is this quarterback going to do, given the fact that Claros is gone for the year? The wind was a huge part of it. I thought until the very end, Justin Medlock was almost the player of the game because of the way he was handling the wind, and then there was that short punt. We weren't quite sure if it was tipped or shanked, but really it ended up in the winning score because the punt was so short and Calgary had field position.
At the same time, though, the Ticats did have a number of opportunities to win this game at other points. They committed 4 turnovers, including 2 from Matthews. Gascon-Aidon had an interception late that hit the turf. Banks had a fumble. There were a number of miscues that I thought could have made a difference in the outcome of this game. It didn't necessarily have to come down to one play at the end.
No, it certainly didn't. It came down to a whole bunch of plays, and pick any of those ones that you mentioned, even the illegal contact on the receiver against Emmanuel Davis towards the end. Those kinds of things really hurt them. And I thought it's a shame in a way because the defense rose to the occasion, I thought, very, very well. There was a bit of bend and don't break in the first half as Calgary didn't score, I thought, commensurate with how much they had the ball, but really they made huge plays, and it almost looked like Hamilton was going to steal the game. As it turned out, Calgary stole the game.
Well, and I think, as much as we talk about the Ticats and the mistakes they made, I think it's important to point out that Calgary is a good team, and they've been excellent, undefeated in close games as well, and they won the turnover battle in this game, and they're a well-coached team and the defending champs for a reason, and they find ways to win football games as they did tonight.
As you were saying earlier, you just can't give them an opportunity when you have a chance to beat them. You can't let up there, and a couple of times, like Matthews fumbling, for instance, in the third quarter with the wind as they're marching towards a touchdown. That can't happen. So there was an interception and a fumble by the quarterback, and then in the final 2 plays, when they really needed to hang on the ball to kill some clock, maybe only make 2 first downs, they had a time count violation which cost them a down. They had to kick, and that led to a field goal, and then they had they couldn't make a first down. If they could have made a first down, this thing goes into overtime. So those 4 things by the offense are extremely negative, but a lot of it comes from having a first-year quarterback.
So the question really becomes, and we talked about this leading into this game, can this team be successful and get Matthews ready in time for the playoffs? Do we know enough from this game to make that determination? I don't think we do.
I don't think we know anything from this game because of the conditions.
Exactly.
You just can't say that. I thought he had a much better rhythm. I thought he looked down a little bit, like down his list of receivers a little more in the second half. I thought Tommy Condell did a good job of trying to shelter him with a run. And really, they got that little swing pass at the end to Michael Ford that could have won the game for them. And all of a sudden, we're having a different conversation right now. And obviously, he's going to start next week. I think deserved to be the wrong word there, but I don't think he did anything to say, well, we can't have this guy going. I don't think we'll be able to see what the arc is, and it might take 2 or 3 weeks to see what the learning the learning arc is. Not what he has to learn, but what he has learned in that arc.
Make sure you check out Saturday's Spectator for Steve's column and my game story, and 3 Down Nation for all the CFL stuff, including some Ticat analysis as well. Reporting for Tim Hortons Field for the Hamilton Spectator with Steve Milton, I'm Drew Edwards.